Welcome everyone. In this video, we will talk about win rate. I'm Andrea, your automated trader, and if you like what I do, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like on my videos. In this video, we will talk about win rate, which is the number of times a strategy wins compared to the times it loses. Everyone tries to have strategies with a very high win rate, maybe 80% or 90%. I'll show you that this doesn't make any sense. Because what's important is also looking at the risk and the return that we have in a strategy. Now we are going to compare two expert advisors, so two completely different strategies on two very different currency pairs, where one has a very high win rate and the other has a relatively low win rate, and we'll see what comes out of this comparison. So the first thing we do is run a test of the first strategy, which is a mean reversion strategy on the euro-dollar pair. To speed up the process a bit, we'll consider a period from the beginning of 2022 up to today, so until 2025, and let's see what happens. We've also started our test. Here we are, the test is finished. Let's take a look at the data. As we can see, we have a total win rate, that is the percentage of profitable trades out of the total, of 73.4%. So a relatively high win rate, which is good for a strategy. We can see that we achieved a net total profit of 32,000 euros starting from 10,000. During the period we tested, there was a drawdown of about 12%. So now let's take a look at this other strategy. It's based on entries using Bollinger Bands and works on Ethereum USD. Let's see what happens when we run the test. The period considered is the same as for the other strategy so that we can make a comparison. We can see the test starting. We finished our test. So let's take a look here. We can see that the total profit was 40,866 euros with a 10% drawdown. So compared to the other strategy, we have a relatively lower drawdown and a higher profit. What do we see? We see that the profitable trading operations, so our win rate in this case is only 29.7%, less than half of what it was in the other case. So what does this tell us? It tells us that the win rate alone isn't important. Our risk-reward ratio matters too, because in this second strategy we have a very high risk-reward ratio of about 6 when the target is reached, while when we lose, we still only lose 1. So just one profitable trade is enough to make up for 6 losing trades. And this is the fundamental point we must always keep in mind when evaluating the win rate. So we shouldn't just look at a number as a percentage, but we also need to consider the risk-reward ratio, because there are strategies with very high risk-reward ratios and very low win rates, yet they are still profitable. In fact, in this case, the one with the lowest win rate is actually more profitable than the other. Paradoxically, we could have a strategy with an 80% win rate, but if every time we win, we earn only half of what we lose when we hit a stop, in the end, we'll be at a loss, not in profit. Conversely, as in the case of the last strategy, we have a strategy with a very low win rate, but when it wins, it earns much more than what it has lost. In general, I don't design strategies to be right. I design strategies that will bring me profits in the long run. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and stay tuned so you don't miss the upcoming content.